Hello and welcome to Hi, I'm Mallory. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you can stick around for some more fun. You also might want to sit down, grab a drink or some snacks. This video could be lengthy. I don't know how long. Technically, normally my videos are long. I have been talking about trying to make shorter videos, so on and so forth. But let's face it, that's tricky for me. So I'm going to apologize ahead of time for any tangents and whatnot that I go on, that anything that's off topic, because that also happens a lot, in case you didn't know that about me. And when I'm very passionate about something, I could go on and on and on about it for days. So this video, like I said, is probably going to be on the long side. Sorry, scooching you, I'm trying to get comfortable. I've been sitting on my floor in my bathroom, and now I'm sitting on another floor. I was cleaning out my makeup when this thought popped in my head, and that is, sleep disorders suck, and bite the big one. And anyone who has any form of a sleep disorder, you know what I'm talking about. I am exhausted in more ways than one, but here's the thing. It's been a day. It's been a year. It's like, I feel like it was like yesterday, and I'm like, it's been a weekend. Like, this weekend's killing me, and it's not even Sunday yet. Because technically I counted Friday as a weekend. Let's see what first of all, let's see what I can share with you. I think I made a video addressing a topic, and then I'm like, I don't know if I'm really going to post this or not. It was about my Wednesday, some craziness that went down. But basically, I had an unplanned, unexpected visitor, and if you know me, I don't like surprises. But what I mean by that is, let's say, well, no, it's kind of tricky. Let's say I came home and there was flowers waiting for me, a card, a box of chocolates, just something like, you know, or if my mom went to the mall, or she was out and about and saw something that was, you know, looked really nice and thought I would like it. She's like, oh, I got you a surprise. Like, when she surprised me with some Sperry flip-flops. Like, I kind of like that, but if you tell me you have a surprise, that drives me bonkers. If you throw me, like, for surprise or for a loop or whatever, I don't like that. I don't like, it's the being caught off guard that I don't like. So I was home on Wednesday, and I don't even know what title to give this person, but someone texted me asking me if I was home. I said I was. Next thing you know, they're at my door. First, before they were like saying they're at my door, they said they had a surprise for me, and immediately, like, my nerves were going. I was getting shaky. I had to take an anti-anxiety pill. Like, I was like, yikes. Like, this is kind of not what I was expecting, not what I planned for. Like, I kind of plan out my day as best as I can, and then when there's a monkey wrench thrown into my plan, that throws me off big time. And so having someone come over unannounced and having an awkward, weird, whatever you want to call it, relationship with this person, it was just like, it was a lot for me. Afterwards, like, I felt all the feels that you could feel that are not positive. If you know anything about me, like, I do things that maybe most people wouldn't seem normal, but like, I have this feather. I think in a video I showed you things, like, told you to like calm down or something, and I have a feather, and I like feathered myself. Some of you might have no clue what I'm talking about, but basically I was just trying to clear the energy that was around me, anything, because this person not only was in my house, which was my personal space. They hugged me twice, and they were in my energy field. So I just felt like yuck afterwards, and I wanted to just get rid of that yuck. So I tried that, And I ended up calling my therapist, leaving her a voicemail being like, clearly there's some issues I need to resolve. But so that was like a weird day. Thursday I think was pretty normal. I can't really remember anything crazy. I did brain training. Thursday night I decided I wasn't going to see Joey, who's my like life skills coach person, who actually isn't going to be anymore, but that's okay because I was planning on replacing her with another program, so it all worked out perfectly that she got a new job. So because I felt bad about, like, I was stressing out about giving her the news of either cutting her hours or getting her altogether, and because when I tried to get rid of another service, which I'm actually bringing back, it felt like it was very hard to do, and I was being pressured into staying into something that I wasn't happy with at the time. Like, I didn't want to have any pressure on me, any negativity. I just wanted everything to be beautiful and smooth, but not always is like that in life. Then it's Friday. Friday day was stressful because my grandma, my lovely, lovely grandma, bless her little heart, I love that woman like to death. It's funny, the older she gets and the older I get, the more similarities I see between us. And like, I find myself saying like, oh, grandma's like me in this way. Or maybe I got that from my grandma, you know, like I'm starting to correct or turn around my thoughts and sentences and my phrases when I think things like that. And so it's just interesting, like, a lot of what, like, my personality and stuff that I got, I'd like to say is from my mom, but then I'd say she probably got that, a good chunk of it from my grandma. So that's where all that, like, nurturing, caring, and compassion comes in, and medical detective, and therapist, and social worker, and all the above. Like, I am kind of like my friends, like therapist, social worker-y person. Everyone comes with their problems. I figure something out. I'm always Googling everything for everyone. When something's wrong with me, I play medical detective. I try to figure it out. There's some YouTubers, and I think there's things, but like, I don't say anything because what's in my plate? Someone's got a shoulder issue. I'm like, you know what? Let me try to figure that one out for you. And that one, I think they have it under control. This other person, I'm like, I think they have a gluten allergy based on what they're saying. Like, I kind of want to type away and be like, I think I can solve your problem. The other one was tricky and I wanted to solve it, but I couldn't. But I think, I mean, it's not my place. But anyway, that's the kind of person I am. That's the mindset, whatever. So my grandma, she's about to move. And she's been in her house for like, since my mom was like, the house that she's living in now, she's been in the house since my mom was like 15 years old. And so that was like my childhood summer home, like, because they had a swimming pool, and we spent every holiday there, and like every summer, all day and night, like we lived there basically. I slept here, but like that was where my childhood was. Like, when I think of my childhood, I think of vacations in Florida and my grandma's house. And so it's tough for me to like think of her house getting sold and like strangers living in it, and that house no longer being in my family, and my grandma like currently, like, I'm not going to give her address out, but she lives in a cul-de-sac. And so it's just going to be weird not driving, like, you know, to this cul-de-sac anymore to visit her. So she's, like, looking around at places, and I think it was, Thursday night, we went to an open house for this place that I've been pushing, and I'm still pushing for, because I can drive to it, so I can see her whenever I want. It would just be the same amount of distance from my house to this place as it would be from my house to her house that she's still currently living in, but you know, I'm not gonna be there forever. And also just the whole thought and mentality of like, oh, grandma's moving out of her house and she's moving into, even if it is independent living, like it's like a senior citizen place. Like, I wouldn't call it a nursing home. and the one that I'm pushing for isn't necessarily one of those continuum care where you go from independent living to assisted living to skilled nursing to, you know what I mean? But like it's kind of like makes me think, like I don't see her as an old person, but like it's just kind of like, yeah, cause her mental faculties are like beyond sharp. Like she has it way more together than my mom. Sometimes it's just so funny. But anyway, it's just kind of like, I think difficult because it's a change, it's a whole transition, and not, I mean it's difficult for her too, but like, you know, feeling like, oh my god, I think we found the answer, and I felt like such a relief, and so, just the place is just so warm, welcoming, and loved, and I just feel like I'm okay now. Like if she has to sell her house, I feel like crying, but it's like I'm okay with that. But her sister, my great aunt, who's 90 years old, you know, she's somewhere else. It's farther away. You're on an interstate. It's got awful traffic. It's not in the nicest area. And I feel like my grandma would be sacrificing a lot just to be with her sister, who was a little, I don't know, she's in a wheelchair. And who knows, like, you know, she's not like, either of them are getting any younger, and it's like this place is humongous. One time my grandma referred to it as like an ant colony because everything is connected. I mean, if you wanted to go outside to go from one building to another, you could. Otherwise, everything is connected, but it's ginormous. So it's like, what if my grandma's living here, but then her sister gets located all the way in East Jabib? Like, how's that gonna work? You know, so like my grandma was like, the way she was talking and acting, I'm thinking like, oh snap, like she's gonna, you know, this is where she's moving, and it, like, I'm like, oh, I should be fine. Like, I should have brought my anti-anxiety medication with me. I usually never leave it at home, but I did. I ended up having like a panic attack. I felt like I couldn't breathe. Maybe not like a full-blown panic attack. Maybe I was like an anxiety attack. Is there a difference? I don't know. I was just like, and it was hot in the two models. I don't know if they were models. There wasn't any furniture in them or anything. But they were like empty, vacant, two options for her. It was hot in there. It was hot as hell in the hallways. It was even hot in the elevator. Like, the only good thing is my doctor, that's been my doctor since I was 10 years old, he sadly left me, but he works there. So I was hoping to see him, be able to say hello, how's it going, why'd you leave me? If you know anything about me, you know I hate goodbyes and changes. Why the hell did you do that? At least let me say goodbye. But FYI, my aunt's here, so that's one way to see my great aunt. And if my grandma decides this is where she's going, well, guess what? We're making a lot of house calls. I don't know if they do that there, but hey, my grandma's going to be there a lot whenever I need something. But yeah, so Friday, that alone was like so draining, and I felt like really exhausted. And when I get extremely like stressed out, I can't handle it, and I shut down, and by shutting down, like, I fall asleep. Because this way I don't have to avoid anything. And I was like falling asleep on the way home on this car ride, and I was just like, I said, I feel like we're being scammed first of all. I feel like the lady wasn't giving honest answers, you know, and I feel like it was going to be a huge ass, like bait and switch and like all this shit, and like, yeah, I swear. It just seemed like, oh my dear Lord. But I have to keep reminding myself, like, this isn't my decision. At the end of the day, like, my grandma has to do what's best for her, whether I like it or not. And then that's going to be something I'm going to have to work on in therapy, like, to get over it. But I was just like, oh no, we've lost her. She's going to be so far away. And, like, and the thought of, like, it's going to be really tricky because my mom was saying, like, you know, should be lucky if we could see her once a week. And I'm like, if that, and that doesn't always necessarily include me because it's exhausting. You feel like you need a passport. I mean, it's just so funny. You feel like you're in a whole nother world when you're at this place and you can't wait to get back home, and then you're finally back in your neighborhood and all is right with the world, but you're exhausted. So that was, like I said, exhausting. I thought I was going to take a nap when I got home, but instead I like filmed a video or two, because that was a great stress relief. Me in front of a camera, it's like the best therapy in the world. Thank the dear Lord for YouTube and for people like me and whoever to be able to sit down in front of a camera and share with the world their stories and their struggles and fun things too, like challenges and tag videos and all the fun stuff. So and trends. There are trends going around. You know, this is a quick little tangent. One of these trends is like the stripped down challenge. I don't know if that's where you're supposed to be really raw and open and talk about like something mega personal or not, but to me I liken it to a one take because that was a thing, and I feel like I do a lot of one takes. Like when I'm done filming this video and the camera's off, none of this is going to get edited. I don't care how long or short it is, it's going up. There are times where I have to like put little clips together and make, you know, a longer video, but other than that, like I don't get real fancy with editing. It's something I want to try to do, but regardless of all that, like I feel like I do a lot of one takes, if you will. I don't even know if air quotes are needed. It's become a bizarre habit I picked up while filming videos. I'm like all the time. Anyways, and basically this challenge is you just set a timer on your phone for 10 minutes. When the 10 minutes is up, you're done. And that's a wrap. And I kind of feel like that was the same thing with the one take. And I want to say it was 10 minutes, maybe it was like 15, where it's like there's no edits, no whatnots, whatever you say, boom, it's out there. And for a lot of people who are mega editors, for their videos, it's stressful and all that, but I just am like, really, this is a thing? Because I watched Graveyard Girl do it, and she wasn't even sure if she did it right. So then I like looked it up, and all I could find was a bunch of these teeny boppers or like teenagers talking about this Musically. Which at first, I'm not even into that. I'm like, what the hell is this? It's for like 12-year-olds. Sorry, and I'm really sorry. Like, I don't mean to offend anyone, but it's not for me. And it was just everyone being like, so I was on Musically, and this is what I saw. Like, that's how they kind of all started. And I'm just like, okay, I don't really know what this challenge is, but whatever. That's my little tangent. There could be more. So it was a real stressful day. Then we were trying to figure out dinner and stuff, and we decided we'd take my grandma out to dinner. Even though we were just with her, like, all day. Like, my day started at, like, 10 o'clock, and it kept on going. And I'm not a morning person. And here I am, like, exhausted, I'm hungry, I'm hot, I'm tired, I'm everything. And I don't want to go into a lot of details because this is kind of personal and it's not really my place to say completely. However, a very, very good friend of mine and a special close friend of mine, his mom, like, I hadn't heard from him in a while. And I was curious, you know, what was going on, and I was going to have my mom actually contact his mom, because they're friends, to be like, hey, have you heard from, you know, and like, what's going on there? But before we even got to do that, she was calling my mom saying, have I heard from them? And so it was something, and we were panic stricken, let's just say, and that like killed my appetite. But yet I was having low blood sugar on top of anxiety at this point. So we're at dinner, and I'm like shaking. I'm like trying to eat pasta, and I'm just like, my dad's looking at me like, what's wrong? Like, I think my mom like caught him up to speed on what was going on, so I think he knew I was stressing. But I didn't really like eat a lot, and then I got hungry later. But anyway, like that had been totally on my mind. I was like flipping out, and then like, you know, I got info, and it turns out he's okay. That's all I'm really gonna say. Like, I don't want to go too much into like it, but it's still something that like I'm working on. And like I talked to whatever, it's a dude. I keep trying to like hide their identity or whatever, but it's a dude. And I just got dizzy all of a sudden. See, this is like, that was, so, not fun phone call, dinner, brought my grandma home Friday, then went to the grocery store, got home late at night, and I talked to his mom yesterday evening because she had some more questions for me and stuff, and we're just trying to figure out some things. So that alone was just like, and then she told me something like, I don't know, and it was just like, gee willikers, Batman. Holy moly, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So Friday just like wore me the F out, and then Saturday, like, my mom again almost forgot I had an eyebrow appointment because I still didn't have my car back because with all the chaos and the grandma stuff and everything going on, like, and my mom being really, really busy, no one had time to pick up my car, which is ready. Apparently it's ready, and my mom has seen it, Suzanne has seen it, people that drive by where it's at have seen it, but me. So I'm still waiting. Yeah, and so, it was, when was it? It was like Friday, well, Thursday night, I said, no, Joey, I'm going with you to do the grandma thing, because I want to be involved, because I want to help sway my grandma's decision to what I think is best for her. At the end of the day, again, it's her choice, but also kind of getting a sense of, like, what's this whole process like, because not that I ever want to think about it, but there might be a day where my mom might need to be in assisted living or, you know, in some sort of a place, and my brother and I are going to be going through this, and I kind of want to know what it's like, you know, educate myself, so to speak. So yeah, so and so, but my mom and I don't know, was tired, got distracted, and didn't let Joey know, and we're on the road Friday, and it's 11:18, my phone rings, it's Joey, are we on for today? Clearly she showed up at my house. I put the phone on speaker, and my mom was like, oh my, great. I was waiting for that to come on. Can you see that, like, vent thing? I'm sorry for moving y'all around. I'm feeling like crap at the moment, and now that came on, and I was trying to show you what it was because it's probably in the background, and I hate when this happens. I'm always crossing my fingers when I come down here to film at night, like that it doesn't come on, or sometimes it is on, so then I'm sitting on the couch waiting for it to stop, you know, I'm like on Snapchat watching snaps and stuff, and YouTube videos while I wait. But anyways, so that's when we learned Joey got a new job, and we're hoping that she was still going to get paid for that day, even though, like, I wasn't there, whatever, it's complicated. So late Friday night, and then my brother, his wife, and kids, all three of them, they were going to come over my house around 11 o'clock on Saturday morning, and my mom's like, your eyebrows, I wish they were coming later, so they brought Liam and Hunter with me to get my eyebrows done. We've been to the psychiatrist, you know. But I don't know if I've ever been to, like, an eyebrow appointment. Like, they didn't ask any weird questions or, like, anything. They seemed happy. You know, I think my mom gave them some cookies or something. I don't know, but, so it was just like, that was the only time I really had to lie down before the day had, like, truly begun. Because when we got back, I was like, okay, now it's lunchtime. And then in the afternoon, like all my brother, like a lot of his like friends came over, and then one of his friends, she brought her son, who's 4, and Liam and Hunter are 4.5. So we had these, so I was like watching these 3 kids with the help of my mom at times, you know, and it was like, it was exhausting. Like, I'm telling you, I felt like I was running a daycare. I'm like, this totally proved to me I don't want to, like, that's not the field I want to go in anymore. I'm more like social media marketing, YouTube video making. That's my ish, my jam. Kids, I'll just stick to my nephews, you know. Anybody else? No. Like, I was hoping no more kids are coming. Because he said some people were bringing their kids. I'm like, oh dear Lord. And it was like oh. So then my mom's like, put on Angry Birds, because Ursula was on demand, because Liam and Hunter, they've been wanting Angry Birds last time they were here, and they were all upset because it wasn't on demand, and they wanted to watch it with me and Grandma, me and Mom, obviously, my mom and I. So I found it, but you guys, it wasn't for rent yet, you could only buy it, and of course you gotta get HD, so I spent like $19.99 on this movie, but they better want to watch again and again, or I'll be like, what, I just wasted some money there. And like, we started it, but then like, the little boy, he was very, very hyper, and all over the place. And then like, Hunter was like running all around, and I'm like, guys, can we just all sit and watch the movie? And it's really hot down here, you might not know that, but it's really hot. This thing was going at the time, very noisy. And so I'm like, ugh, I just wanted a nap, like my anxiety was getting to me, like it was just, so finally, somewhere, maybe close to 9 o'clock or a little after, we get the boys to bed, but James, who's what, 6 months now, he was already asleep, so the whole sleeping arrangement for everyone was wacky, because Scott and Natalie were taking my mom's room, so like James was in there sleeping, and then we're gonna put the boys in their beds in our brother's old room, and then my mom was gonna stay with them in their bed, and I was gonna be in my room. And meanwhile, I kept keeping an eye out for my cat, making sure that she didn't get out or anything. And it was just a lot of stress. I was very tired and fatigued, exhausted from the days before with an awkward visit that was unannounced. Well, it was announced somewhat. It was unexpected. I felt like, what the hell was that? And this information this person wanted to tell me, they easily could have just messaged me on Facebook. I don't know why they felt the need to show up at my house like that. I don't ever have answers unless I ask them, and I don't even know if I'm on here. And then just dealing with the other thing with my other friend, like it's been a something. And so then we went outside, because like I got invited to go swimming, because finally I think it stopped raining, and like definitely thunder and lightning no more. Did I tell you, it was like rained like Noah needed to build an ark, and so now everyone's like in the house and they're very loud. I'm jumping all over the place. But anyways, my battery's flashing. So then we're outside till almost 12 something. Because my brother's friend, one of his friends needed advice, and my mom and I were helping him out and just saying howdy doody, goodbye to everyone. And prior to that, like I was filming. It was kind of funny. I was like, my tripod set up and everything, and we were filming people. It was kind of like on like those reality TV shows when you do the confessionals. But I'm not sure how this video that I'm doing for my mom is gonna turn out, because everyone that was in the other room was really, really loud, and there's music playing, and everyone was rowdy. And then I was just filming random stuff on the vlog camera, just to kind of working on this project thing for my mom. Then everyone went in the pool, so you know, blah blah blah. So then we go inside. I like changed my shorts. I wanted to be like more comfortable. Wasn't sure when I was going to bed. Mom was going to bed. She's like, it's 12:30. So the minute she like puts herself to bed, I didn't even know if she was asleep yet or not, and I was somewhat a little situated. I was about to go downstairs to grab a snack when I heard a noise. I'm like, what room is it coming from and what child is it? And lo and behold, James had woken up, and I'm thinking Scott and Natalie are in the pool. I don't know if they have the baby monitor. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get out and up and so on and so forth. So like 12:30 at night, I'm like rocking a baby, being like, it's 12:30 in the morning, I'm rocking a baby. It's like, so we get James and all that taken care of, and then I'm like, okay, I'm going to my room. No, actually I didn't. I went downstairs, I cleaned up as best as I could, left the rest of the mess to my brother and his friends to clean up, and then got my water, grabbed myself a snack, I went upstairs, I'm about to go to bed. Scott, Natalie, and James are asleep. As far as I know, everyone's asleep but me, and now my cat's attacking me. Why? I figured, oh, she's hungry. So now I'm feeding my little fur baby. So I go in the kitchen. So now I'm feeding Squeaky. It's probably at this point 1-something in the morning, and I'm tired, but I can't sleep. So I didn't go to bed till like 3-something. But being so worn out, I didn't get up till like 1:21 in the afternoon on a Sunday. And then my brother was like cracking jokes with me about me sleeping in so late. But I'm like, this honestly isn't normal. My new norm has been like, the latest I've gotten up is like 11. If it's been a really, really bad day or something cray-cray, then maybe like 12:30. Like I don't sleep till 3 anymore. And then like, I don't sleep. Back to where we started this video. Sleep disorders, suck the big one. And then what ended up happening, so I slept in late, and I thought they would have gone home, my brother and his family, but they were very worn out, and my mom, being a mother, knows what it's like being really, really worn out and just wanting, like my mom, she said, I used to do this with your brother. I used to be so worn out. I'd go over to your grandma's, she'd play with him, and I'd take a nap. And that was like the greatest thing ever. She's like, I've been there, I know what it's like. I can't deprive them of having some rest, taking a nap, and then me watching the kids, despite how exhausted she was and being up at like 6 in the morning to tend to her. Those kids get up early. Who does that? And so I was so exhausted, and like there's just so many other things going on. Like I was just okay, that was me, fried, and I ended up falling asleep on the couch, and I was like out cold according to everyone for like a good chunk of time. I got woken up in time for dinner, and you would think that I would have gone to bed at like 6 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Like you'd think after all the hell I've been through, all the exhaustion of taking care of little ones, watching little ones, running around, taking my grandma, doing this, doing that, getting news no one ever wants to get, having unexpected visitors, and acting weird. With everything that I kind of been going through the past couple of days, you'd think I'd be out cold. It's currently 1:18 in the morning, and the later it got, the more awake I became. And yes, it could have been because I had a long nap earlier, but I'm like awake, but I'm also tired. Now I'm like having all this anxiety stuff talking to you about the last couple of days. The kids, everyone, I couldn't wait, like this sounds mean, but I couldn't wait for everyone to go home so I get to sit down and watch I Am Jazz on TLC and not Disney Junior, okay? Even though I don't know how Doc McStuffins ended, I'm like, I just want to catch up on my own shows. Luckily, through all the madness and chaos, I remembered to record the Teen Choice Awards, which I'm probably going to go in my room and watch like the red carpet thingy, live thingy on Facebook with Kingsley and whoever the hell his co-host was. And then maybe I'll watch that. I still need to catch up on Pretty Little Liars and some other TV shows. And then, of course, YouTube videos, Snapchats, and Netflix. I'm just going to go upstairs, have a little snack maybe, in my bed, watch something on TV or my phone or my iPad. I've already taken like my anti-anxiety medication for the night, technically, because we're technically into Monday morning. So if I were to take another one, that's going into Monday's dosage. So that means then I can only take 2 more between now and midnight. So I don't, it's just, the medication thing it's a complicated situation. The good news is Joey's not coming today, so I don't have to worry about getting up early or like whatever. The thing that's on my agenda for today is a shower. I just want a nice, relaxing shower, get all cleaned up, just let the water wash over me and just be like, ugh, just, you know. And then maybe I'll clean my room or edit videos or do something. I was in my bathroom, like I said, I was sitting on the floor, going through my makeup, throwing out really old stuff, crappy stuff, and then other things that were in good condition, but like have been used by me, obviously, but that I don't use anymore. I put everything in a bag, which I'm going to give to my mom tomorrow to go through. Because if there's anything that she thinks she might want, she gets first dibs, and if she just wants to pitch it. Because I don't think a lot of this stuff you could really just like give it away or sell it, maybe, I don't know. But I figured a lot of it is good. It's just like I posted on Snapchat like 3 things. I think one was a BB cream, one was a CC cream, and one was a tinted moisturizer. And I was like, out of the 3, the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer, I gave that number 1. I gave the Givenchy like glow luminizer thingy CC cream at number 2, and the Estee Lauder Day Wear BB cream at number 3. And out of all those, I'm like, if I'm going to put anything liquid on my face, it's going to be the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. So maybe my mom might want like a CC or BB cream. That's just to kind of give you an example of what I had been doing when I was like, you'd think I'd be passed out right now. But no, now I just feel like crap. And I feel a little dizzy, really nauseous. Yeah, I'm trying to plan something for, I think it's this weekend or next weekend. When the hell is the 12th of August? I have a friend looking for me. He's like, Mallory, there you there, Mallory, are you okay? I'm making a video. The 12th is a Friday. Oh, that'll be next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday. I'm planning like a little hurrah, just come by, because I'm going away again, and then when I come back, like, it'll probably be September. So like while it's still technically still summer, or I like to think of it as that, while it's still month of August, I wanted to just like get together with some people because everyone's like wanting to hang out with me and I'm just so damn busy. And I'm not complaining. Usually I don't. But when it's like really compact, busy, like things like boom, 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 and a lot of it's really stressful and a lot of it's like unexpected and everything. I don't know why I keep going. It's like, phew. I just feel like, ugh. Like, I was a balloon that got deflated. I feel like that's, if I could show you, it's over there. The poor wobble bubble. I keep having to deflate it, and then it keeps, or inflate it, like blow it up, and then it keeps shrinking, or like it's flat. So I filled up again. It turns out, well, the first problem was I had a hole in it. So I used it up, I patched it up, and that solved the problem for a while. But then the patch was faulty, so it became leaky. So then I put some like packing tape over it, and that worked for a hot minute. And then it started to go, and I'm trying to salvage this thing so I don't have to buy, what would this be, our second wobble bubble. But then the boys are like, oh neat, and trying to sit on it and purposefully like get the air out. And I'm like, no, just stop, just stop. But it's flat now, and that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm dead, and I was expecting to have Sunday off and to myself to not do diddly poop and to recover and start my week, you know, Monday like normal people do, but that's not the case. So tomorrow I'm going to take the day off and, like I said, just get a nice relaxing shower in. I'm probably going to sleep in a bit. Just spend some quality time with myself and my cat, because even she all weekend's been giving me faces like WTF, like what the... And I'm like, I hear you, Squeaks. I hear you. I think Squeaky right now, she's like asleep in my bed, and that feels really comfortable to me right now. My ass hurts from sitting on the floor. Both floors I sat on were hard.